ಯಶೋದ ದೂಲಲ ಗೋವಿಂದ ಗೋಪಾಲ ವೃಂದಾವನ ಪುರಂದರ ಗೋಪಿ ಪ್ರಿಯ ಜನ ರಾಧಿಕರ ಮನ ಭುವನ ಸುಂದರ ಬಾರ ಗೋಪಿ ಪ್ರಿಯ ಜನ ರಾಧಿಕರ ಮನ ಭುವನ ಸುಂದರ ಬಾರ ವಿಭವರಿಶೇಷ ಆಲೋಕ ಪ್ರವೇಶ ನಿದ್ರಾಚಾರಿ ಊಟೋ ಜೀವ ರಾವಣನ ಕರ ಮಕನ ತಸ್ಕರ ಗೋಪಿ ಜನ ವಸ್ತ್ರಹಾರಿ ಪ್ರಜರ ರಾಖಲ ಗೋಪ ವೃಂದ ಫಲ ಚಿತ್ತಹರಿ ಬಂಶಿದಾರಿ ವಿಭವರಿಶೇಷ ಆಲೋಕ ಪ್ರವೇಶ ನಿದ್ರಾಚಾರಿ ಊಟೋ ಜೀವ बोलो हरि हरि मुकुंद मुरारी राम कृष्ण हयग्रीवा योगेंद्र बंदन श्रीनंदनंदन ब्रज जना भयहारी नवीन नीरद रूप मनोहर मोहन वंशी विहारी विभवरिशेष आलोक प्रवेश निद्राचारी ऊटो जीव यशोदनंदन कंस निषूदन निकुंजरास विलासी कादंब कानन रस परायण वृंद विपिन निवासी यशोदनंदन कंस निषूदन कादंब का यशो don't disturb यशोदनंदन कंस निषूदन निकुंजरास विलासी कदंब कानन रस परायण वृंद विपिन निवासी विभवरिशेष आलोक प्रवेश निद्राचारी ऊटो जीवा आनंदवर्धन प्रेम निकेतन कुलसरा जोजक कामा गोपांगना गण चित्त विनोदन समस्त गुण गण धामा जमुन जीवन केली परायण मानस चंद्र चकोर नाम सुधारस गावो कृष्णा जस राको वचन मन मोरा विभवरिशेष आलोक प्रवेश निद्राचारी ऊटो जीवा हरे कृष्ण माताजी थैंक यू माताजी सॉरी फॉर द लेट
Very nice, Mataji. Very nice. Hare Krishna. Thank you for your inspiring bhajan. It's truly uplifting to witness the devotion in everyone's heart. Let's continue to share this divine energy together. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Suguna Mataji. Hare Krishna. Shani Mataji. Hare Krishna. Shanti Mataji.
Mataji's voice is so beautiful, melodious. Is she writing her own bhajans or what?
No, this is
No, Subnaka. This is from Vrindavan. In Vrindavan, Mangala Harati time, they sing this bhajanaka. Vibhavari Shesha. Yeah, Utto Jiva means, okay, wake up, and all this bhajan I'll translate next time in complete translation, Akka. Hare Krishna.
Wow, beautiful. So you bought that book from there, huh? That's nice.
Yes, Akka. Hare Krishna. You have one book also.
Oh, it's the same book?
Yes, Akka.
They're very nice. She has a beautiful voice. Melodious. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranams. What language was that?
This all Krishna songs, Oriya language. This language is Oriya.
Telugu.
Not Telugu, Oriya language, Akka. Vibhavari Shesha, Oriya language.
Mataji, can you say the language again?
Oriya language. Odissi.
How do you spell that?
Odissi. O-D-C. O-D-I-A-S-C. Odissi.
Oh, maybe you text it to me so I can look it up.
Yeah. I'll text after class, Mataji. All the song I take screenshot and I'll send it to you.
But you can just text also the language because I'm not understanding what you're saying. So that would be good for me to know. Okay, thank you, Mataji.
Okay, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, it's delightful and heartwarming to see Vaishnava devotees joining together in devotion. Let's start my bowing down to Srila Prabhupada, who is very dear to Lord Krishna, and he spreads the teaching of devotion all around. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. All glories to Nitai Gaura Chandra. All glories to Lord Jagannath. And let's our voice raise in jubilation. Glorify victory to Sri Sri Radha Shyam Sundar. Let's open our heart in devotion together. And if anyone would like to share the Mangalacharan prayer, now is the perfect moment. Let's embrace this time and spiritual unity and celebration. So anyone interested to recite Mangalacharan Mataji's, Prabhuji's?
In my book.
So I can start then. Om Namo. Okay. Hare Krishna Mataji?
No, you go.
Okay. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Ajnana Timirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Mano Abhishtam Sthabitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamakyam Tadadi Swapadandikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuda Pada Kamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavam Cha Shri Rupam Sakrajatam Sagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Satvaidam Savatudam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sagana Lalita Shri Vishakanvitam Cha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarusyapcha Kripa Sindhopevacha Patitanam Pavanepyo Vaishnavepyo Namo Namaha Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Brinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshthaya Bhutale Srimate वेदव्यास प्रिये स्वामी निति नामिने नमो ओं विष्णुपादाय कृष्ण प्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी निति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे. So thank you all for kindly joining this morning session. This is my second session to this Bhishma Stuti. So let me share the screen. So devotees asking frequent questions. Doubt within this, and it's an often asked question. And that doubt is Bhishma's position during the Draupadi's disrobing. Last week we stopped here, Mataji. Do you all remember? Last week we stopped here. How we work on this particular doubt in relationship to the Mahajan of Bhishma Dev. Desire that Draupadi is not disrobe. Bhishma Dev, if Bhishma Dev designed that Draupadi is not disrobe, not in the center. The understanding of Vaishnavas, Bhishma and Dronas are demons, not taking any active action to stop this disrobe. To prove that Krishna is the supreme power, and every single power force in the entire creation fails to protect the devotee. Krishna is the greatest protected devotee. So, Gajendra's case, Gajendra himself is so strong. He was fighting to release himself from this crocodile, and he was fighting for 1,000 years. And he surrendered with so many powerful elephants who were then compassionate to Gajendra. They did not have the capacity to protect the Gajendra, but they had to compassion. And so many devatas in the spiritual world are also watching. In the heavenly planets, Brahma, Shiva, Indra, Chandra, Varuna, Vayu, all so many people are watching. They only had the ability to protect the Gajendra. They had the capacity to protect the Gajendra. They did not have intention and compassion to protect the Gajendra. But ability, they did not have intention. They had capacity in the Gajendra's compassion, and other than these elephants, they had intention, they had compassion, but they did not have capacity to protect the Gajendra. But Krishna had. Some people may not choose to protect us, although they have the ability to protect us. Some people, although they want to protect us, they may not be willing to protect us. But this Krishna, who has both ability and intention, the capacity and compassion to protect us, is also consciousness. So that Krishna sending that sari or coming in the form of sari to protect the honor of the mother Draupadi is the proof that Krishna is the ultimate. We are looking in different angle to understand deeply today in the session 2. Bhishma Stuti. So, where Asvatthama sent his Brahmastra weapons against Arjuna and Uttara because some kind of leadership session. This is the understanding from Ashwathama's life. What kind of personality here? So, 3 main qualities of Ashwathama. He was not unqualified leader. He was immature, and he's like easily influenced by material nature. So a Vaishnava, a devotee is very serious about spiritual life. Overcome these defects. He was immature person, and he was an unqualified person, and he will be easily influenced by material nature. So first, immaturity Ashwathama, as we all know, son of Dronacharya. a Brahmin boy. Now, first thing, immaturity of Ashwatthama. We are going to compare Ashwatthama and his father Dronacharya. Both of them kinda in a similar situation. When Dronacharya got the news that his son Ashwatthama is dead, Dronacharya loved more than anything in this world. Even though Dronacharya lost son, so many things in the world, for him, his son means everything because he was so deeply attached to his son. Even though his son was not qualified, Dronacharya taught him Brahmastra. Actually, Ashwatthama approached Dronacharya many times. Please teach me the secret weapon. Please teach me the mantra for this weapon. He was asking, requesting again and again. And Dronacharya said, sorry, my dear son, you are not qualified. But because he was asking again and again, so Dronacharya taught him the secret mantra for the Brahmastra weapon. That is how Ashwatthama got this weapon. So now we are comparing two instances. Then Dronacharya got the news that his son was dead. His son was very close to his heart. Immediately, Dronacharya pulled himself from the material nature. He dropped his bow and arrows. And in the middle of the battlefield in Kurukshetra, he sat down. He just dropped his armor. He dropped everything. And Dronacharya sat down in the middle of the battlefield and he was deeply in meditation, thinking this is all will of providence. Human energy can never win over karma unless it is blessed by Lord Krishna. So immediately he shuts his senses and he was meditating and he was ready to give up his life. That is how Dronacharya reacted when he got the news that Ashwatthama is dead. But on the other case, when Ashwatthama got the news that his father was dead, immediately Ashwatthama became very violent, very angry with vengeance. He said, this is all because of Arjuna and Bhima. I will rip them apart. I will kill them. I will smear their blood all over my body. See, Dronacharya was a very mature person. He was trying to find spiritual answers, whereas Ashwatthama is not. So a deep spiritual practitioner will always understand there are two causes for everything that happens in this world. Two causes are there. That's why even in Brahma Samhita, Krishna says, it is said, Sarva Karana Karanam. They can say one Karana, one cause is enough. But why two times the word is used? Because for every action and reaction in this world, there is an immediate cause and there is an ultimate cause. Materialistic person will see the immediate cause. The spiritualist will see the ultimate cause. For example, somebody came and slatting and I was disturbing. The immediate cause is that so and so person had slapped me. But the ultimate cause is that is my karma. And on the particular Sunday or Saturday morning, 8 o'clock, I am supposed to get slapped. So a spiritualistic will know that because of the karma. And he will focus on the ultimate cause. But materialistic, oh, you slapped me? I will give it to your back. I will revenge and vengeance. So this transformation of the understanding is a deep spirituality. When we have that kind of a vision to see the ultimate cause in every action, then we will be able to control our emotion, control our reacting mentality, and such a person becomes dhira, sober. He raises above the duality of the world. So here it is very clear, Ashwatthama is immature. And second thing, what we learn from Ashwatthama's life is, Ashwatthama can be easily lured by material, things influence material nature. Very easily can influence Ashwatthama. Again, we will take Dronacharya's example. On the 11th day, till 10 days of the Mahabharata battle, Bhishma was a commander-in-chief, and from 11th day, it was Dronacharya's father of Ashwatthama. So when Dronacharya became the commander-in-chief, Duryodhana came. Duryodhana glorified Dronacharya. Now you are the commander-in-chief, you are the primary person of army, and we believe you, we trust you that you are taking us for victory, and we are all following in, spoke so many flowery language, very artificially, diplomatically, artistically. So Dronacharya said, Duryodhana, you don't have to do all these things. I know my duty very well, and I will do my duty. You don't have to, speak all good words, sweet words, inspire me. And that, because Dronacharya could understand what he is like exactly. But in the case of Ashwatthama, when Dronacharya said the same thing, when Duryodhana said the same thing to Ashwatthama, after the battle, 18 days, war is over, everything is over. Almost every single soul from the Kauravas army was killed. Only 3 people were not killed: Ashwatthama, Kripacharya and Duryodhana. But Duryodhana is the hiding inside pond, and 2 are roaming around, Ashwatthama and Kripacharya, and they came to meet Duryodhana, who is hiding inside pond after the battle. So the Duryodhana again said the same thing to do Ashwatthama. I don't know, I lost all my army. Now I don't have any desire to get my Hastinapur back, but I want to seek revenge. I completely trust upon you. Hey, Brahmaputra, the son of Brahmana, you are everything. You are the savior of Hastinapur. Now you should repay for what we have got, all the sorts of things. And Ashwatthama was influenced, and he did the most abominable activity. He went and killed 5 infant children of Draupadi who were sleeping, chopped them into pieces, and set a fire to the camp, which a soldier should never do, which a Brahmana should never do. They are innocent children, but they are simply influenced. The first thing is very immature, and very easily he will get the influence by material nature. So a devotee should not, at least he should be able to pray to Krishna. So Kunti Maharani says, this Maya is very attractive. This Maya is very attractive. There is not a single soul who was not attracted by this material nature. Only devotees who have taken complete shelter of the lotus feet of Lord could surpass this attraction. So this is like a silk curtain in a drama theatre. Maya Havanika Javanika means silk curtain. Nobody can cross over this effulgence. So Krishna, so somebody should be able to pray and depend on the mercy of Krishna like that. Otherwise, it's very easy. We will get carried away. And the third, he was an unqualified person and undeserved person who got this Brahmastra. So a devotee should be spiritually strong enough to face this material world. It is very important. He has to charge this spiritual energy by regularly chanting, reading Prabhupada's book, and doing Sankirtan, rendering devotional service. So there is a beautiful analogy. There was a man with a gentle heart, kind of hearted person, very charity minded, a noble person, young man. One day he saw a girl. She was handicapped. She was on the wheelchair, and she always needed some assistance to survive in this world. So this young man felt pity by nature. He was very, very good, noble soul. He felt pity. Then he thought, I should give her a life, So she always she always needs someone's help. She's on the wheelchair for every small thing, so she needs some help. So he went and he was ready to marry her, and everybody asked her, are you sure, can you do this? This is not an easy thing, this is a very big sacrifice. And the man said, no, I am aware of that, I will do this. I want to help this girl. And everybody appreciate his great sacrifice. Then he got married. Then he was like everything for her, carrying her even for basic things, basic needs. She can't do anything on her own. So he was like literally helping her. Then over a period of time, this boy developed a very bitter attitude against her. By her presence, by her simple presence, he get irritated, he start reacting. This thing is something really which really happened. Then he starts blaming her for everything, cursing her, and he started saying that I ruined my life by marrying you. And she broke down, and she was in tears, and she used to say, all these things before, then why did you marry me? And so he was a very nice person, and he really wanted to help her. But what happened? Over a period of time, the burden was so high, so heavy. He was not strong enough to lift that burden. So even though he had a good intention, so this is something very important. A devotee should be strong enough at least to save himself from the material nature. But if he is married and he has got family, and he is a leader, and he has got a dependence, and he is a community head, and he has so many people under him, so then he should be spiritually more qualified. Even though Krishna's mercy can make us qualified, but we should be qualified enough to get the mercy also. This is something very important. So in every spiritual sadhaka, practitioner should be very strong spiritually. It is a very easy to show ourselves as a follower of Prabhupada, but it's real tough to apply everything in our life and becoming very strong, and facing this material world. But Ashwatthama was not qualified. Ashwatthama was not unqualified a person. Unqualified a person. So, so like our Guru Maharaj said, 99% of our spiritual life is based on how properly we chant the holy name. But you see, on the other hand, Prahalad and Dhruva, they were like 10 years old, 12 years old, and they were qualified enough to rule a whole kingdom. And they were ruling planets together, spiritually very strong, right? So Ashwatthama, what do we learn from Ashwatthama's life? Is immature and was unqualified. Easily he will get influenced by this material nature. Then come the answer to this question. So how? And Arjuna becomes the answer, So here Arjuna represents a normal person. Arjuna is is a normal, simple person of this world. So Arjuna is like he had all kind of, when you read Mahabharata, not much in Bhagavatam, but in Mahabharata, Arjuna shows ego. Arjuna is a little possessive. Arjuna is sometimes behind name, fame, glory, like a regular devotee. Even like one Krishna told Arjuna, now battle is over. Mahabharata over 18 days. War is over. Why don't you just give up your Gandiva? You don't need that bow anymore. When they burned that forest, Agni Deva gave that bow as a gift to Arjuna. So Krishna said, keep it. It will be useful for you. And Gandiva bow was very useful in the battle. So now the battle is over. Everything is over. Then Krishna told Arjuna, just give up this bow give up this. You don't need this anymore. But Arjuna, by the time Arjuna started using this bow and he became very deeply attached to the bow, he was not ready to give it up. There's a nice story in the connection with that. Some 20 men were going in a boat and there was a heavy storm and the boat was washed away and they were all in the ocean drowning. Somehow they swam and they found an island. No man's land. Nobody's there. So they all somehow took shelter of the island and they were screaming for help, yelling, but nobody noticed. Nobody from the mainland noticed them. And then they were hungry and one person said, okay, let us find some food here in the island. They were hunting for food and slowly they started living in that thing. And that person started guiding them, let us make a heart to let us make that hunt for food and things like that. Then after a few months, they were living there, they were getting adjusted in the island. And after a few months, one day they saw a ship passing by and all of them screamed and people from the ship also noticed them and they came to rescue. But this leader said, we don't have to go. Everything is okay here in this island. Are you not getting food? Are you not happy? What is there in the mainland? They are all happy and fighting and their competition, ego. Let us be happy here. And people are wondering what happened to this man. In the few months, he started enjoying his leadership. He doesn't want to give up that faith. So in the same way, Arjuna used to the Gandiva for some time and he got attracted to Gandiva, a very powerful weapon. He used that to fight with the Lord Shiva also. Not even in a single arrow from that bow will miss the aim. Very special bow. Very special bow. With one arrow, he can bring rains from the sky. With another one, he can bring water from Ganges. Very powerful bow. So since Arjuna was using that bow regularly, he was even called Gandiva Dhari, not ready to give it up. When Krishna said, please give it up, he said, yes, but he did not do, Anukulyena Krishnanusilanam Bhakti Uttama. We need a very strong courage to say no to this material world. It is easy to accept the principles of Krishna consciousness, and it is little difficult to accept the principles of Krishna consciousness. At the same time, say no to the materialistic. So there are two aspects. One is accepting the principles of Krishna consciousness. Another thing is simultaneously saying no to the material things. But sometimes devotees, what they do? They really accept the principle of Krishna consciousness. They get up, they chant, they read everything. On the other hand, they read novels, they go to movies, they do all those things which are detrimental to Krishna consciousness. They do both parallelly, It needs a terrific courage to say no other side for that the sadhaka should be very serious practitioner. So even though Arjuna was a wonderful devotee, he could not say no to Gandiva because he was attracted, that name, fame, glory he got from Gandiva. It's a very, very attractive. He said, yes, Krishna, yes, I will throw this Gandiva, but he did not go through Gandiva, he kept it. And Krishna noted it. Then Krishna said, Arjuna, I have committed a lot of sins during Mahabharata battle. I spoke so many lies. I did this, I did that, So I am planning to go to Prabhasa Tirtha, the holy place, in the Veeraval, Gujarat. I will go there, Prabhasa Tirtha, take bath, and I will come. Till then you please take care of all my queens. Then Arjuna was wondering why Krishna is saying that if Krishna is going, I am sure it's my duty. I will take care of his family till he comes back. So Krishna went. Krishna again and again Krishna said, Gandiva Dhari, please take care of my family. Gandiva Dhari, please take care of my family. He was using the word because somehow Arjuna did not obey Krishna. So Krishna went to Prabhasa Tirtha. And he went and he took bath. Krishna was taking bath and doing all the puja rituals. By the time, some few dacoits, thieves, simple thieves, like pickpockets or something like that, they came, defeated Arjuna and kidnapped 16,000 queens of Krishna. Simple, Arjuna was fought with Lord Shiva, had a terrific battle, and he was never faced defeat in any of the battle. It was easily taken over by the people. And Krishna came back from the Prabhasa Tirtha and saying, Arjuna, the yatra was very good. And I did that, and I did this, okay. Where are my wives? Then Arjuna was in a deep shape. He could not even face Krishna. He came and he said that some people came and defeated me. Who came? Lord Shiva came and defeated you. Or some powerful demons from Netherlands, they came and defeated you. And Arjuna said, no, some thieves. And Arjuna, Gandhivadhari, how you got defeated? You could have used your Gandhiva. Then Arjuna realized, I should have given up this Gandhiva. Krishna told me repeatedly, I give it up, to give it up. So Arjuna did not obey, right? There are many examples. Another story in Srimad Bhagavatam. When Krishna kept quiet, Arjuna went and declared that I will wage a war to protect all your 10 sons. He made a promise to Brahmana. So like this, many instances, even Arjuna proved to be little egoistic and not obedient in all to Krishna. But Krishna said, Bhakto semi saka seti cheti ragasimhi yedat uttamam. You are my dear friend as well as devotee. And what made Arjuna special? When you see externally, Arjuna also had all the same qualities like Ashwatthama. But what Arjuna is so special? Even here, Arjuna is making a beautiful prayer. Krishna, Krishna, Mahabaho, Bhakta Nama, Abhayakara. From Eka Dhayama Nanam, Apravargosi Sham Shute. And what makes Arjuna so special is, even though Arjuna is with a lot of mistakes and thought, he will simply get connected to Krishna again and again. He will come back and connect himself to Krishna. That's why Krishna says, you are my dear friend. So this is something very important in a devotee's life. We are all not faultless. We also have so much of faults. We have dual face. We have multiple face. When they are in the assembly of devotees, we behave very humbly, very politely, like a Vaishnava. But nobody is watching us, then they behave in a different way. Sometimes the intention behind devotional service is also not very pure. Sometimes it is to seek name, fame. Sometimes it is to impress someone. Sometimes it is for some kind of a goodwill. The intention is also not pure. So we have to, in devotee, like Arjuna is getting connected to Krishna again and again and again in the same way. The devotee has to get connected. That is what a prayer means. The prayer like the Prabhuji's, Mataji's were singing Kirtan, and the translation is a prayer. So prayer to Krishna again and again and again. It is like a chiseling ourselves and converting a rock into a statue. The rock which avoid the hammer and chisel will never turn into a statue. No one is perfect in this world. Like every time when it is taken from the old, it is dirty. It is not in a proper shape, and we have to polish it. So the cleaning process, it is a constant cleaning process, because material nature is constantly working. And if you lag in chanting, if you don't do this thing properly, material nature will easily affect us. So again and again begging for the mercy of Krishna, again chanting, and all these things are very important. So this is prayer. Like we offer prayer again and again to Krishna to purify us and accept us in his service like them. There was a spiritual master, and the spiritual master used to give instruction to his disciple, do this, do that. And the disciples was bit lazy, like Narada Muni is telling Brahmaji. Brahma is asking, what is the biggest obstacles in the Kali Yuga for Kali Yuga people to progress in Krishna Bhakti, in different to devotion to Krishna? Narada Muni said laziness and the lust, there are the two big obstacles. Like in Mukuntamala Stotra, Kulashekara Alvar says, Allah stim bhapani yat bhakti sulabham dhyayasvanara yennam lokas yavasana apanodana koratadas yakim nakshama ala stim bhapani. Laziness, that is a very big obstacle in Kali Yuga. So Narada Muni said to Brahmaji, laziness and the lust are the two big obstacles. So how this spiritual master is giving so many instructions to disciples, and the disciples is like lethargic and lazy. Somehow he will find a loophole and a justification for not doing it. He will say by doing that in that what way that seva is going to help me. You are asking me to do and cut to that vegetables from the garden. How Krishna will be happy with that? He used to always ask question, and Guru thought this boy is a tough person. I have to really teach him a lesson. One day he gave a basket. Already you heard this story, but for this time I have to tell that. The basket which has got all holes, and he said the river flowing down. Go collect water and bring that. And the disciple said, how can I collect water in a basket? By the time I came home, all the water will drain. And the spiritual master said, no, if your chanting is proper, you will be a dharmic person, then the water will not drain from the basket. So the disciple said, okay. So he ran to the river, tried to collect water and come back. By the time he comes, the water is drained again. He will run, and Guru is telling, no, you should be more faster. You should run faster, even more faster. So he will go up and down. And how much ever he tried, the water will drain from the basket. So finally he said, no, this is impossible. Then the Guru said, yes, that is impossible. You can never collect water in a basket. Definitely it will go down. But then why did they tell you? Now you see the basket is clean. Spit gets banned, so clean. So a Guru may give you instruction. Don't use your intelligence and try to question. Some obey, and they will purify you. So Arjuna simply surrendered to Krishna. Karishehi Bhachalam Matva, and he was connecting himself again and again to Krishna and purifying himself. So these are the lessons we learn from Ashwatthama. He was immature, unqualified, and easily influenced by material nature. Even though Arjuna also had this fault, Arjuna was connecting again and again. So we should also connect. We may do mistakes. We may fall from our principles. We may not chant properly, and someday we may do mistake. We may fall, but then we should connect ourselves back again to Krishna consciousness. So Hare Krishna. Anyone have questions, Matajis? Swayamprabha Mataji, you have had a question, right? Yesterday you asked, right? Hare Krishna.
Krishna Mataji.
You have the question, right? Yesterday you asked, right?
Yes, Mataji.
Can you tell me the question?
Yes,
What was the question, Mataji?
Yeah, she will dictate the question. Yes. You was asking about the Ashwatthama, right?
Yes, Mataji. Ashwatthama is always in Rajo.
Yeah.
He is Rajo Tamo Guna. He is always mischievous.
Yes.
very destructive. So Brahmastra, he knows how to use it, but he never know how to retrieve it back. So he was very destructive. That's why Lord Krishna has to tell him, you go live in the Bhuloka, you don't deserve to be here.
Yes, Mataji. So, did you pull that question, Swayamprabha Mataji? I think I have. Yeah, can you? Yeah.
Can I ask Mataji?
Yes.
Krishna? Okay. So my question is more about the story of Ashwatthama. When Ashwatthama does this heroic crime of killing the sleeping children, there is a big debate going on about what is the suitable punishment for him. And Drava and that jewel in his head is taken out, so that he needs one to believe that Ashwatthama lost his power. How after all he returns around and still launches the Brahmastra to Uttara child? Does it mean he still had power of that? What does that teach us?
It's a very big question. Very big
Can you
question.
repeat that, Mataji? Can you repeat the question back again?
Yeah,
so he killed the Upapandavas. 5 the little children, they were sleeping in the tent, and then he got mistaken and thought they were Pandavas.
Can you repeat, Mataji?
Go ahead.
Mataji.
Okay, Mataji. When Ashwatthama does this heroic crime of killing the sleeping children, there is a big debate going on about what is the suitable punishment for him. And Drava and the jewel in his head is taken out. Yes. He needs one to believe that Ashwatthama lost power. How after all that he turns around and still launches the Brahmastra to Uttara child? Does it mean he still had power, or what does that teach us?
Even I don't know. We'll see. Prabhuji,
Mataji, actually, Lord Krishna said, you don't deserve to be here. The money was gone, his power is gone, and he cannot get the Brahma Sutra anymore. Once he used it, and he cannot reuse it again.
Yes,
so
Mataji,
something retrieved. So
you
just
okay. Ashwatthama is a very special, blessed person. He was a Chiranjeevi, means he can live for an enormous number of years. One among the Chiranjeevi. So even Devatas, demigods and Asuras, they are all wanting to live for long and about to become Chiranjeevis. And the blessing is there with Ashwatthama. Yeah, so he had so many blessings. Then Krishna wanted to punish him because he did that. He needs to act. But Draupadi is a prayer. When Draupadi went and said genuinely, I don't want to see another Brahmana lady suffering like me. And this thing, so Krishna just took that Chudamani. So even though there's a translation says it took his power, actually it did not took his power. He took his pages out of him. The right Sanskrit word is Tejas. He was brilliant looking. He was a dazzling personality. He was looking like a Surya Deva. So that the Tejas was lost. So when people see him, they will know, okay, this man had done a hideous crime. So that the Tejas was taken away from him. And he still had the power of sending Brahmastra. But he doesn't know how to take it back. So he continued to do that mistake again and again against Uttara's womb. So second time what happened? Krishna punished him by casting leprosy on him. So the greatest boom of living like a Chiranjeevi in this world, but now turned into a curse. So Ashwatthama, but he will be living with leprosy. So it is said even today he is roaming in the Himalayas like a leper. So the greatest curse turned to be the boon turned to be a greatest curse. This is how Krishna punished him. Okay,
yes,
Mataji?
He's still alive somewhere.
Yeah, okay, Mataji. Did you get that, Mataji? Hare Krishna, Swayamprabha Mataji.
Yeah, yes, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, you have a long list, right? Question. Can you just ask me that?
Second question, can tell some about Kulashekara Alvar Mataji. Could you, if there is time, could you speak a little bit about that temple? Okay, Hare Krishna.
Kurukshetra what?
Kulashekara Alvar?
Kulashekara Alvar.
Kulashekar Alvar. Kulashekar Alvar.
I don't
Kulashekar
know.
Alvar. Kulashekar Alvar was the king of Thiruvananthapuram. Have you heard about the Trivandrum, Mataji?
Even I heard that.
Yeah.
But
Then
I don't know.
I think so, Mataji. Yeah.
Yeah, then from there he took sannyas. He moved to Sri Lanka, the Kulashekar Alvar. So from Trivandrum, above up north 100 kilometers, there is a town called Tiruvala. There is a Sri Vallabha Swami temple. The whole temple, amazingly, it is all connected and dedicated to Ekadeshi. Oh, now I remember. So, humble reminder, coming Monday, Pandava Nirjal Ekadesi. Chant.
Okay, Mataji. Okay.
Yeah, chant as much as you can. You who can do fast that? The whole if you can do nirjal, otherwise you can go just take a water and fruits. The whole temple is for Ekadashi. So we can understand how important Ekadashi. Everybody used to follow Ekadashi in the temple. So one elderly lady sincerely following Ekadashi, her husband passed away. So she was illiterate. So she doesn't know how to calculate the 15 days. Now you have all the app and calendar and everything. You click and you know when is the next Ekadashi. Suppose we tell you, you have to calculate yourself about Ekadashi. That's all we will be in. So this lady was simply a simple village lady. So she used to have 15 seeds, tamarind seeds. So every day she will move one seed and the 15 seed means then the Ekadashi for her, 15 days between one Ekadashi to another. So, but Ekadashi doesn't come like that, Sometimes there is a difference of 1 day and 2 days. So, most of the time she used to follow the wrong day. So, now here is the question, Prabhuji's Mataji's. I will ask, she used to observe Ekadashi on the wrong day. Now, you tell me whether Krishna will give the benefit or not. She was following the Ekadashi on the wrong day. Will she get benefit or not? Prabhuji's Mataji's.
She will get benefit.
She will get the benefit. Krishna will bless her, Mataji. Krishna.
Bhakti she still has, but she is not doing that intentionally. That's mostly because of ignorance and not knowing it. But her idea is every 15 days. So whether it is right or wrong, but her thinking and her devotion is for Ekadashi. So Lord will actually forgive her and again give her. I think her bhakti is the one Lord Krishna's heart.
Right. Thank you, Mataji. Shani Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. I think she had a pure heart.
Yes.
In her ignorance, her heart was pure and her intentions were the best. So I really would hope that
sure, yeah. And I saw some new Matajis also. Shanti Mataji, right? Shanti Mataji, can you say something about this question? Okay. And one more new Mataji also I saw. Okay. Yes, because her intent was sincere. Yeah. But the villagers were all making fun of them. They will say, Avarika, she's different. Your Ekadashi is different. They will make fun. But this lady was very sincere. She used to fast the whole day and the second day she will feed somebody. Then only she will break her fast. So, she will wait for some Brahmana, some Vaishnava, some devotees to come and honor Prasad. Because it is a wrong Ekadashi. Nobody used to visit her house, and she used to starve. So people will send their children, okay, go, you play with her and eat food and come. So like that. So when children were coming, there was a demon on the way who was blocking the children. So this old lady was sincerely praying and the Sri Vallabha actually went to that lady in the form of a small Brahmin boy and told the lady, keep Prasad ready. I have small work. I just finished it and come. Keep the food ready. I'm coming there, And Krishna went and killed the demon and came back to her and took the prasad from this lady, After that, the lady had prasad. So this deity is completely dedicated for this Ekadasi Leela. So Sri Vallabha, the lady, is also called Ekadashi. Appan locally, they call him Lord of Ekadasi. So then there was another temple that Krishna went and killed the demon. There was another temple, small temple, traditional temple, some thousands-year-old temple. So few Brahmins families were managing the temple and they could not manage the temple. So they hand over the temple to ISKCON. So now ISKCON is managing the temple, which is like 300-400 meter from Sri Vallabha temple. And Kulashekar Alvar had sung about Sri Vallabha. The first sloka of Mukuntamala that say Sri Vallabhati Varadeti Daya Pareti Nadeti Naga Chayaneti Jagannivaseti Allapinnam Pradishtiram Guru Maham Mukunda. So he started with Sri Vallabha. So there's a special place and the 6 Devis are some temple or around this Sri Vallabha temple in radius of 10 kilometers. 6 temples are there. So there are so many beautiful temples. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for Hare Krishna. Does anybody else have any other questions other than this?
Hare Krishna Mataji, I have a question. My question is, this story, Bhishma Stuti, is part of the Srimad Bhagavatam, yes?
Yes. First canto.
And first 2 cantos?
No, first canto. I will text you there's a particular text is there, Mataji. I can send you that information.
That would be very helpful because
sure.
then I could read it. We did so much study on the Bhagavad Gita that became familiar. This one is not familiar for me, so it would be good.
So this is very important. Bhishma Stuti is very important. Very few texts is there. I can send you the complete that Stuti also. We can learn that Stuti also in our class. If you want, we can start that also upcoming Fridays. So
yes, I would like to read it as well.
Sure, Mataji, sure. Yeah, and anybody. Swayam Prabha Mataji, you have so many questions, right?
Krishna Mataji,
Yeah.
I have one question, Mataji. You are mentioning the final point about surrendering to the spiritual master and not using our so-called intelligence or mental deductions to try to understand the spiritual master's order. Through the examples of the pot and the hole, so I was thinking this in how to use our intelligence, because if you think about Krishna Mataji.
Even in the Bhagavatam, there is an example of Shukracharya and Bali Maharaj. Have you heard about this, Mataji? Shukracharya and Bali Maharaj.
Yeah, Mataji, sure. Yes.
That Bali Maharaj kind of conducts, okay, this Shukracharya he was accepted Shukracharya as a spiritual master, but then he rejected him when he realized he was not getting him closer to Krishna. He was just kind of going for his internal motives or anything. So if we follow exactly what the spiritual master says without intelligence, how can we know if there, because when the spiritual master gives instruction, it follows Guru, Sadhu and Shastra. So without the intelligence, how can, because Shukracharya was clearly against Vishnu. So first of all, you can't even call Shukracharya as a spiritual master. Shukracharya was a Kula Guru of Mahabali. So spiritual master and Kula Guru is different. In India, every tradition, temple houses in those days, they have a ceremonial priest for the family, Every family, we have a ceremonial priest, So, naming the babies, getting married inside the family members and all these things. So, Shukracharya was a ceremonial priest for a well-wisher and like for the Asuras. And he was against Vishnu. But here we are talking about spiritual master who have dedicated their life and the period of examining a guru or typing or trying to understand the guru is called Ashraya. Ashraya period, Ashraya and Diksha. So as human beings, normally our tendency is to question things. And Bhagavatam allows them. That's why you say Bhagavad Gita is a question and answer. Bhagavatam is also a question and answer. Ramayana is a question and answer. All the 108 Upanishads are question and answer. That means you should, as you rightly says, you should ask questions. Clear yourself. Check your guru, all that. And that period is called ashraya. Once we have done that, when we are committed to spiritual master, then there is no more to this thing, right? Even sometimes the guru may not be Param Bhagavata. There are situations in our parampara where the disciples Param Bhagavata and Guru is not Param Bhagavata. For example, Gadadhara Pandit got this secret mantra from Pundarik Vidyanidhi, and Gadadhara Pandit forgot the mantra. The mantra was a little long, and Gadadhara Pandit, I don't know, Gadadhara Pandit is rather anyhow funny, some leela. He forgot the mantra. So he went, he told Lord Chaitanya, I forgot the mantra from Pundarik Vidyanidhi. Can you tell me, asking the Supreme Lord. But Lord Chaitanya said, go back to Pundarik Vidyanidhi. Then take him from him again. So sometimes the disciple is Param Bhagavata. Guru is not so mad. Still they have to follow the system, So the Ashraya period, you can, Pariprashnena Sevaya. You can do all those things. Once that you are convinced, okay, this person is on the right track. He may not be Param Bhagavata, like Jayadev, Shukadev Goswami, Srila Prabhupada or something like that. But if he sincere, fall over, we have to simply get connected and we continue. Is that clear, Mataji?
Mataji, yeah, Bali Maharaj, I understand. Bali Maharaj was a very principle-minded man.
Yeah.
I know he was following his, whoever the master that was trying to do all this yajna and this and that. But when it came to principles, he is a pautra of, what's his name? Prahalada. So he's always, even though he's a demon king, but he had a lot of principles in mind and he had a lot of bhakti, devotion to God. So at the time he says, oh, Murk, don't believe he is Vishnu, he is in the form of disguise, he's coming here, Vamanavatara, don't believe him. But he said, no, I'm not going to go away from my principles and whatever I promised. So that's a bhakti is the one. Yeah, definitely there is a demarcation, there is a line between the spiritual master and the family master, and then Bhagavata descriptions are that is very intellectually described and where we mark the line. Mataji.
Yes, Mataji. Yes, yeah. And we can finish one more question and we can finish this session. Anyone have a question? One more question.
Mataji. So Mataji, is there anything you want to say? Did I say anything? Could you tell me anything else that you understand that I would like to know about this question?
Yeah, can you tell me that question if you have any?
Okay. I have one question, like a small related to this. I never heard that Arjuna was like disobedient to Krishna. This is the first time I hearing it, was a little shock for me also, Mataji. Because so far I heard like Arjuna is always obedient and he's a very good friend and always abides with whatever Krishna says. But of course he does not, but he also has a ego which is very new for me to learn that. I mean, Mahabharata Mataji, like who can we know that like ideal leader? Because he had a Bhishma, we have Drona, we have Yudhishthira, because everybody has some fault also. We have seen in the Yudhishthira was about to not tell like this.
Yes.
Because he was like with this. And each one has some different things like who we can say is like ideal leader in Mahabharata. Hare Krishna.
Oh, Chandroji Prabhuji, can you answer this very big question? Hare Krishna. So Ramayana, if you see, each personality is so perfect in the Ramayana. Very difficult to find the fault with them. See, if you take Lakshmana character, it is so perfect. Bharata again perfect. All Mr. Perfects, all that very difficult. So that the bhava, that mood, that lesson is different. Mahabharata is a combination, So Vyasadev says it applies to human being. Ramayana is for appreciation, respect and adoration and prayer, where Mahabharata is for lesson and putting it in the practical application and things like that. Ramayana, you can worship, very difficult to be like Ram, very difficult to be like Lakshmana, and all these things. So there, simply worship that. Now, but here Mahabharata, we all trying to take all those things. So each person is a combination of right and wrong. Like if you take Yudhishthir, 90% right and 10% wrong. Bhima may be like, all different combination. That is why Mahabharata says it applies to human being, in a very broader sense. When somebody reads Mahabharata, he can identify his mentality with somebody, okay, this is what I am. This is like a mirror trying to show that what is wrong with it. But when the same personality are presented in a Bhagavatam, only the devotional side is presented. How wonderful those devotees are. But that the same personalities are presented in Mahabharata, it's a combination of everything. Like Arjuna, he had this competitive mentality with Karna. Sometimes he doesn't listen to Krishna, and all these things you will see only Mahabharata. You won't see all these things in Bhagavatam. In movie, they say no. What he said, this is the general movie or something like that. So Mahabharata is a different, Ramayana is different. So here what we are trying to see, who is must have perfect. Here we are saying...
Mata, I see all the personalities in all these things. Sattvagunam, Tamogunam, Rajogunam, all these things entangle. It reflects on our human life also. It teaches a lot of things. Ramayana teaches something, Mahabharata teaches something.
Yes, Mataji, yes. Because
so we are living.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. Here we are saying what are the things combination we have, how much percentage of good and bad. Another analogy given is, the Satya Yuga. In Satya Yuga, good bad was in the 2 planets. Matajis, anyone knows the 2 planets?
2 planets of what?
What is the 2 planets? Swargaloka and Narkaloka. 2 planets.
Narkaloka, there's another planet too. Patala Lokam.
No, this is Satya Yuga, good and bad. They are talking about good and bad.
Was good and bad.
Good and...
Hare Krishna Mataji, can you repeat the 2 planets? Can you repeat the 2 planets? Please, Sneha, Sundari, Mataji.
Yeah. Actually, in the Satya Yuga, good, bad was in the 2 planets. What is the 2 planets? Answer is Swargaloka and Narkaloka.
Swargaloka, Narkaloka. Okay, Mataji. Correction.
Okay.
Swargaloka is basically a god of Lord Krishna.
Yeah, good. And Narkaloka is bad. So then came into the Treta Yuga, good, bad in the 2 countries. Mataji, anyone knows the 2 countries?
2 countries?
Yeah, in the Treta Yuga. Ayodhya and Lanka.
Oh, Ayodhya.
Ram and Ravan. Actually, Ayodhya and Lanka is the Treta Yuga, good and bad in the 2 countries. It happens. Okay. Right. Now, first in 2 planets, then it began to 2 countries. Then came Dwapara Yuga, good, bad in 2 families. Anyone knows the 2 families?
Vrindavan.
No. 2 families. Not
Kamsa.
2 families. Dwapara Yuga, 2 families. I can give the clue. Is in you can see in the Bhagavad Gita, in the Kurukshetra Por.
The Pandavas. I don't know the other one.
Kauravas. Wonderful, Mataji. Wonderful. Yes. First it was 2 planets, then it became 2 countries, then it began to 2 planets, 2 families now. And in Kali Yuga, both of them is in 1 person. Who is that?
Kali Yuga, 1 person.
In 1 person. In the Kali Yuga, both the good and bad.
Destruction.
Kalki?
Kali.
That is we are all in one person. That is
Yes.
we are only.
Yeah, right. Good and
We are
bad.
all one person, so we have all these characters. So,
In
oh
one
my
person,
God.
yes. Morning is a very good person, and the same guy is in the worst in the night. More like that.
And Tamogunam in the evening.
Night or evening, both are same.
So Rajagunam in the middle of the day, and then Sattvagunam is in the morning.
Yes, Mataji.
I have a question.
Okay.
I have a question, Mataji. My question is this. If God created the light and the dark, but the dark is always there, and in order to see, the dark, you have to turn on the light. Why is the dark always considered bad if the dark is always present? The light is not always present. The dark is always present no matter what. Why does everyone always consider the dark to be bad? I don't consider the dark to be bad. I think it's all part of the same.
Because you are in the
I'm just-
spiritual Mataji, you are with the Krishna, so you are thinking that way. But actually, this is giving Krishna is giving a example, good or bad. So for the bad, we need dark, right?
I don't know. Do we?
Good and
Do we
bad, we have to understand good and bad. So the negative thing also there, positive thing also there. For giving us give the nice lesson. So both are there. Now
It depends upon how you view it, Mataji.
Yes,
The
yes,
people
you
who
understand,
see
right? Yes, she understand that. Others not understand that way. So the giving lesson for that reason, the darkness is there.
It's
The reason I ask this question is because these words have been so manipulated, especially not necessarily through the Bhagavad Gita or Krishna, but in America, right? If you're black, you're bad, and if you're white, you're good, and you're bright, and you're light, and you're beautiful, and all of these things.
Oh, that
And
is
these words are
materially,
constantly-
Mataji. Materially, I don't know. Spiritually, like I said, but materially.
Yes, but we're in a material world, and when you have material people hearing these concepts, they manipulate it to their advantage. So my question is, why is this always the analogy? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I don't think
I know,
dark,
yeah.
I don't
I know,
think
yeah.
dark. I don't think dark is bad. If dark and light go together, they're both necessary. You can't have one without the other, right? If you had light all the time,
Right.
then it
right.
would lose its opulence, I guess, right?
Yeah, we can
And
say
if you
this way
have
also.
dark-
If you know the dark only, then when you get the light, you know that light is there.
Mataji, when you do not view it as balanced, and it becomes difficult. And it also depends upon the individual person how it is viewed, and maybe based on how their affect, how their mood is, how their life is, how they view it, and their experiences, how people view it. So it's just stamped in the mind how the person view it. For example, I could tell you, I would love to have darkness and brightness, and that has to be the nature. But if somebody said, you know what, when it really gets dark and I don't feel good and I feel really sad, depressed, and dragged, and I wish this darkness would go away, and my mind and my life is not that great. I don't. And then same thing when people say, I don't like to wear the dark clothes, makes me feel sad, depressed. So there's a lot of theme to it,
Yeah,
how
a
the
lot of
people
there.
view.
Yeah. So good and bad.
So the interesting thing about this is a little tiny bit off topic. The dark clothes, the dark absorbs other people's energy. That's why people feel down sometimes.
Yeah, that's why in the summer
White and
also,
black.
in the summer also, everyone said wear white, not because the sun will take more the black dress.
But it
Yeah.
also absorbs other
Yes.
people's,
Yes, yes.
And then the light clothes, they project your good energy.
Yes, Mataji, right? Yes.
Anyway,
Yes.
thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
It's a different topic to be discussed.
Yeah, good
Absolutely.
and bad.
And I can talk about this. I can talk about this all day. So I'm gonna be quiet now and say thank you.
No problem, Mataji. This is the platform you can ask is whatever question. Morning is a very good person, and the same guy in the worst in the night, more like that. So in the Dwapara Yuga it is a combination. So if you see Bhishma, like you can see 90% good, 95% good, but there is one small defect, what he did not protect Draupadi, like that.
Draupadi,
It's a combination.
Yeah.
The whole storyline is different. So everyone you will see like that in the Mahabharata, but in Ramayana you will get so many Mr. Perfect. So
See, the Bhishma is viewed as the eldest person, wiser person, intelligent person. He ignored the whole thing. So that's why he's like marked as a black line. So why did he really defend? He could have talked about something else. That's why he is considered as a part of the sin in terms of, saving the Draupadi. So I think otherwise he's a great person. He sacrificed a lot of his life for this, saving the kingdom of, Kauravas and all this stuff. He was stuck in the middle, I would say.
yes, Mataji.
I think we talked enough today.
Yes, Mataji. Yeah, I am going to stop here so we can continue next Friday with a lot of questions about the Bhishma Stuti. Bhishma Stuti, if you want, we can finish it in 2-3 sessions, but I want to go little bit in different aspect. In different perspective, we can understand, so we don't forget the Bhishma Stuti. Is it okay, Mataji?
Right. Yes.
This is going like a
Yes,
story.
Mataji, I have one more question. I will ask next class, Mataji.
Yes, yeah. Next class you can ask. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you.
So say almost now, yeah.
Thank you. More explanations you give, more explanations. Thank you so much, Mataji.
Thank you, Mataji.
Nice explanation.